This was the set of problems for period 3, and you'll notice here that this looks very much like one of the problems that we did just before you took the quiz. There are two parallel lines here. There are a couple of vertical angles here, and the fact that this transversal cuts through these two vertical lines, these two parallel lines, means that alternate interior angles are congruent. And the same thing would be true over here because of this transversal. Well, we don't have enough numbers to do SAS, or to do side, side, side. So the only way to do this one is using the angles that we have. So statement and reason. What we're given is ZX is parallel to WV. That's what's given. And then we also can see that angle ZXY is congruent to angle VWY, this one and this one, because alternate interior angles are congruent if the lines are parallel. Okay. So we need one more angle, and actually this one's as easy as any. Angle XYZ is congruent to angle VYW because they are vertical angles, and vertical angles are always congruent. And now all we have to do is write the similarity statement. Which parts go to which parts? Well, Y has corresponding angles on both. V and Z are corresponding angles. And X and W are corresponding angles. So let's put them this way, X and W. So this is similar to this because of angle-angle similarity. Looking over here, that sort of helps if we have some letters. So we can put some letters in here. And here's what we're given. AB equals 9. BC equals 24, and CA equals 32. And we're told that EF equals 4.5, that DE equals 12, and DF equals 16. Notice I've written them in order of size: 9, 24, 32, 4.5, 12, and 16. That way it's very easy to see where the proportions should be. There's a statement, there's reason. And basically, I'm going to say that AB over EF is equal to BC over DE, which is equal to CA over DF. And how do I know all of this? Because this is 2 times 4.5. This is 2 times 12. This is 2 times 16. So basically, the ratio here is 2 to 1. That's proportions. Okay, proportions. And once you've shown that the three corresponding sides have the same proportions, then you know that A is where small and large meet. F is where small and large meet. So let's put F first. And then B is where medium and small meet. That would be the same as E here. And then D would be where medium and large meet. So it works like that. And that's because of side, side, side similarity. Now, the care that I took just now, making sure that this was right, comes in handy here. This is why you have to make sure it's right. When I look at this statement, I can see angle A is congruent to angle K. Angle B is congruent to angle G. Angle C is congruent to angle H. There we go. And angle D is congruent to angle J. Are we looking for angles here? Oh, we're not even looking for any angles, so that's okay. But if we were, we would just look over here and see what angle are we looking for? Which one does it match up with? Over here, side AB matches up with side KG, and that has to equal BC divided by GH, which has to equal CD divided by HJ, and that has to equal DA divided by JK. So which ones do we have here? AB is 11, BC is 23, and AD is 9, and CD is Y. Over here, KG is 5, HJ, that's over here, is 7.5, GH, where is that? That's here, is X, and we don't even care about this one, JK. So the only one here that has a ratio already is this one, because it's got both numbers, 11 over 5. And that's going to equal, let's do X first, 23 over X. First things first, I can flip the two of them so that X is on the top. That makes life easier. And then multiply both sides by 23 to find out what X is. 23 times 5 is equal to 115. So X is 115 divided by 11. And you can stop there. In fact, you should. Trying to turn this into a decimal is a very difficult process, especially without a calculator. And it doesn't serve you in any way, shape, or form. And if you try to truncate it by just saying, well, I'll do 2 decimal points and I'll stop, well, it's going to be the wrong answer. All right, looking over here, y over 7.5. So, again, the ratio is 11 over 5 is equal to y over 7.5. So it's 11 times 7.5 over 5 is equal to y. 5 will go into 7.5. 11 times 1.5 is equal to y. And 16.5 is equal to 11 times 1.5. So this answer over here, I guess I wrote over where the space is this. I'll just put a circle around it. So that's how that worked.